been a couple days actually. I haven't turned this on in a couple of days. Can you believe it? Since we finished T-Rex, I'm going to start a blue Raptor probably tomorrow. I've been gone all day. I was in town all day today, so I'm just zonked. But I wanted to show you something that my husband installed today that we're hoping works. So this is what it is. Let me show it to you. Can you see up there? Can you see that? That little silver thing? Like right where are you? Right in there next to the light up here. There's the light, right? There's the light. That is a solar vent. It has solar panels on the top, and it's supposed to suck out hot air out of here. So it said to put one every 20 feet. So I don't know. We've got another one. He just wanted to try the one, and it got so hot up there installing that today that him and Patrick from over at Old Critters, it just got too hot. It was 101 here today. So, and that's at 6,400 elevation. So it tells you what it's like down the hill where I used to live. No, thank you. So anyways, yeah, so we got one up. There's another one that's going to go down at the food pantry end. We're going to see how those two work as far as sucking the heat out of here go. And if we have to, we may have to buy a third that goes in the center. They're made just for shipping containers. Solar Blast, they're called. And they're kind of pricey. You know, they're just under $200 a piece. But you know, if I can't get on the pole right now and get this utilized to where I can use this air conditioner with the one that's going on in the rig, then I guess that's the cheapest way to do it right now. But Jane has reached its Texas destination. I received an email that he was giving me a full refund. So we'll see in the today's Thursday. So we'll see by Monday if that money is back in the bank. He only had until midnight tonight to give it back to me. So it's kind of, he's only got 5 hours. It's not going to show up in my account today. So I don't know what the bank does with that, you know. But if he did refund me and he did give me the full refund, when I see it's a full refund, right, then the Jane drama will be officially over. And then we can officially go look at some other things. I wanted to go look at a Polaris today. The Ranger, I think it's called. But doctors and traffic and time-wise, and I won't drive through deer country after a certain time of night because I just won't. It's happened to me. It left me traumatized. So it's like, if we don't hit that point by a certain time, then we pull over, we pull up a sleeping bag, and we stay there because I am not going to wipe out another vehicle over a deer, right? So anyways, it just got too late for me to go look at the Polaris, but I think that's something I'd rather go do with my husband anyway, not just my mom. You know, I mean, if you're going to spend that kind of money, after 43 years of marriage, we have an agreement. Anything over X amount of dollars, we do together, right? We don't go spend that kind of money with that. Now, except for Ruby. Ruby was a surprise purchase. That was purchased without his permission. I traded in my Saturn SUV, and it was red. And he had just been wanting. So we drove by this car lot, my mom and I, one day, right? And I'm like, there's a red one sitting out there. But I don't know if he wants red. And I'm like, I loved my SUV. I loved my Saturn SUV. You guys who have those, I absolutely loved my seat heaters. It was just an awesome car. It got up and got out of its own way, right? I loved it. And then Saturn went out of business, and then I was thinking, okay, I don't know how to get this fixed. Am I going to get parts and blah, 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 blah. So we went in there, and I told the guy, I said, he's like, I wasn't working, and all the credit basically is in my husband's name, right? Because I've been just self-employed starving artist. So I said, well, here's the deal. I am buying this as a surprise for my husband. this is how much I can afford a month, and this is what I have to put down. Now, if you can work with that, fine. You know how they always have the guy in the back office, the little guy that sits, and they go and they say, well, let me go talk to the man, and they come back out with all these numbers, and you're like, no, that's not going to work either. Okay, well, let me go back to, and they go back to the secret office somewhere. If you guys are car salesmen out there, or a sales manager, you know who you are, right? So anyways, we, yeah, so he just kept coming back and forth, and I'm like, nope, don't like the numbers. Nope, don't like the numbers, you know? I mean, you go in there with a budget. It's like, okay, this is what I can afford. This is what I have in cash. No, I'm not going to sell my house, and no, I'm not going to sell off my firstborn just to get this Jeep, right? So anyway, he came back out. He goes, okay, I think we got a deal for you. Well, the deal was good. So I said, okay, fine. Where do I sign? He's like, well, the thing is your husband needs to sign because it's his credit report. And I'm like, well, then we have a problem because I can't have him sign it if it's going to be a surprise. So he goes, you want to come outside with me for a minute and stuff and get some fresh air? And so we went out there. He's like, so I will turn my back if you and your mom want to go down the street. I mean, we've been married, at that time, we had been married over 40 years, right? So I'm like, look, I signed the man's everything. I don't think he signed anything in forever. I do the taxes, you know what I'm saying? I don't ever, he's at work, you know, I'm here. So he's like, well, if you guys want to disappear and, you know, if you can find your husband down the street or something, you know, and sign it and bring it back and just stay gone for about 15, 20 minutes. So I did. I signed it. It got approved. And I said, okay, so here's the next deal. I need that, I need to be able to take that home with a big red bow on it. Because what happened was we had traded in my Saturn, right? And that was the only car we had. So they went and they searched and they searched and they searched and they searched. And they finally found one of those big old, like, grand opening red bows on it, you know, bow for it. So Mom and I hurried home. He was going to be off work in, like, 20 minutes, and we were pretty much in the same area. It was a 30-minute drive back to the house, and I'm like, we got to step on it, right? So I hurried up and got that sucker home, put it in the garage, backed it in, and Mom and I are like struggling to get this big old giant bow, I mean a car-sized bow, right? Got it on there, and we pulled up a chair and popped open a beer and sat in the garage because he had a garage door opener. And all of a sudden I heard his little truck, and I'm like, he's coming. So he hit that garage, and the garage door went up, and he pulled in the driveway, and he couldn't pull in the garage because Ruby was sitting in there, and he just had this big old grin on his face with that big old bow sitting there. And he's like, what did you do? And I'm like, well, I love you. I love you enough to get rid of the SUV that I loved. This is yours. You know, it was pretty cool. That was really, really a good experience. That was fun. But yeah, so anyway, I don't want to see another car taken out over a deer. As it was, Ruby's been hit, and I'm just not going to go there again. I'll stay home first. I will stay in town. I will go get a motel room for $200 that night first before I drive home after 6 o'clock at night on that particular road where we saw today 2 dead deer. 2 dead deer. And it's because they come out at dusk. Alright guys, let's take an evening stroll, shall we? It's so beautiful out tonight. All 3 buddies just left. Can't videotape in there because he's got the TV on and we don't need any strikes, right? But I wanted to bring you with me. They have devoured, well, there's a couple carrots out here still. But I thought I'd bring you out here on a evening stroll. Look at that beautiful sky. We did not get the torrential downpour. Look at how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? There's my she shed. Look at that sky. I love it. I don't ever get sick of it. I just don't. Now, let's go take a gander. This is the work they did tonight. They're going to finish it up tomorrow. But here's our 3-foot pit with our pole, or PVC that goes up to our tank. There will be a switch. There's a switch inside the belly. And yeah. And it goes up to the top of the 1,000-gallon tank over there. all this dirt will have to be moved back in with the excavator. Got the she shed locked up, but I thought we'd take now. No, let's see. Okay, talking about boulders here, right? Look. That'll all have to be put back into place. But I thought we'd take a walk. Thumper's already come and gone. But anyways, I just thought it was so cool that we caught that military train going through. I was not expecting it. I mean, here I am watching this train, right, just parked over there. It was very eerie looking, actually. And then I'm thinking, it's just waiting on another train. And it was. But the reason it was parked was because the military train had priority. So it was a total shock and surprise. I had no idea because, like I said, out and beyond. There goes. Where are you going? It's okay. You don't have to run from me. Where do you think those carrots come from? But yeah, see, what happens is the train that you saw was right out there, okay? Right out there. I love that sky. Look at it. And once it gets to the edge of the shipping container right here, once it gets to this edge, the landscape goes down. So I couldn't see what was coming. I could hear it. And the thing is it was like a rumble. I almost thought it was the storm that we were having. I almost thought it was thunder. But then I thought, that is a really deep rumble. Well, it was because it's carrying all that military equipment that's heavy, right? Look at this beautiful sky. So yeah, I didn't know that military stuff, but that was a total surprise. That came as a complete shock, but it was a good shock. Look at that. I think this weekend you and I are going to go in and we are going to paint acrylic and canvas on, and we're going to do some of this sky action because that's just too hard for me to resist, right? But anyways, it's so quiet out here. It's a little windy. We got a bird going somewhere. This is the back side of my shed. But look at this, guys. How can you not love it, right? And just the beautiful desert landscape. Anyways, Bumper, he's not under there. This is the window that I was showing you the military train out of, and I was stuck between my paint stand right here, and right down here is my air conditioner and my heater, and I was sandwiched, between there and this paint stand, and trying to get over these curtains so that I could show you a view out this way. It was ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, there's the inside of my shed. How exciting, right? So anyhow, just thought I'd take a short walk, get a little bit of fresh air, and before I go take my 2 p.m.ers. And right now we are uploading that train video, so you guys will get to see that before anything else. You guys will be seeing that before you see this one. So anyways, let's get my footing here. So anyways, I want some of that beautiful sky behind me, right? Hey, I look pretty good at sunset. Just don't catch me first thing in the morning. So anyways, you guys take care of yourselves. I'll weasel this in on one of my videos, but thanks so much for joining me, and I hope that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell so I can pop in on you anytime I feel like it, right? So anyways, take care of yourselves. Don't forget to pray. Don't forget to craft. Certainly don't forget to prep. If you don't craft, then I want you to pray and prep. And I want you to rant now and then because it will make you feel better. So we'll talk to you later. This is me fading out to the sunset. Awesome. morning. It's Tuesday. I wanted to show you what I got and how much better it looks. I came yesterday. I got another, remember how I gotten these fitted tablecloths for my craft tables? Well, this one came in. Isn't that cool? I love it. So now I don't have all that stained whatever. This is vinyl. I can clean it off good. But yes, my Nomi table is back to normal. That's the way it should look always, right? And my prep table is pretty cleaned off. My freezer, this back here, I'm not sure yet. We still have to do a few things back there. This over here is a disaster up here. So yes, my resin table. I put my water away. I buy these little tiny short ones because the refrigerator doesn't have big tall shelves in it. So anyways, I came across this and I'm not sure. You know, the only reason I don't like these is because like this one here, you have to undo each layer, you know, to get to, say here, I have to unclick. So I don't know what I was thinking when I bought those, but not happy. Because like this one, I have to, if I put anything on top, I like the little drawers, right? Just, these are a pain in the butt. Don't buy them. Okay, so my felting table is cleaned off. Did you guys notice? I don't know if anyone noticed. I moved, remember a couple days ago, if you go back on my other video, I had my paint table across this way and I was having to squeeze my way around the side and get to the back. So my husband came in and he's like, I know you don't like things all in a line, straight lines, but at least you have lots of room over there now. And look at that. Yeah, I can just slide this chair back and forth from my paint table over to my desk, over to my felting table, right? So every now and then your husband is absolutely correct, ladies. So I went ahead and varnished that. I gave it a coat so it's ready to go. And yeah, I think this turned out pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a straight line, but it is a long, narrow tube, right? The big, long metal TV box. Not sure what we're going to do today. I think for a while in here, since it's nice out, I'm just going to clean. I need to vacuum. I need to mop. I need to take out some trash. So for a while today, we're just going to clean. While I'm cleaning, I'll be thinking about what I want to do next. I think I'm going to paint again. I kind of got my paintbrush niche going, so we might paint something later. So anyways, thanks guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.